What's good, everybody? It is Ace here, back with another props video for you guys. Yesterday we swept the YouTube picks. Finally, we swept YouTube. We went 4-0. We had Tatum over 19.5 first half PRA, that cash. DeJounte over 15.5 first half PRA, that cash. Halliburton over 11.5 assists on Chalkboard. That was my top play of the day, that cash. And then Emmanuel quickly over 1.5 threes. So we went 4-0 on YouTube yesterday. In the Discord, we didn't have the best day, but I like to be transparent with y'all because, you know, it's gambling. At the end of the day, it's called gambling for a reason, right? You could have the best reads in the world and stuff won't go your way. That's just betting. We went 9-6 on the main slate. We went 60%, and which is like our worst day in the Discord in weeks. But yeah, leans went 6-1, 86%. Leans are like unofficial plays that are kind of gut plays. 4 of those 6 chalks on the main slate were Hawks props because the Hawks got blown out. They everybody was expecting a close game. It should have been a close game, but the Hawks lost by like 34 points, and they were down by like 30 at halftime. Or they're like 24 at halftime. So I mean, if Jalen Johnson gets his normal minutes, he cashes both those props I posted. If Bay gets, you know, his normal minutes, he cashes that RA. And Trey, I don't know, he shot 1 for 11 from 3, which is, you know, super not like him, but it is what it is. You know, it's betting. But I want to be transparent with you guys. And then a lot of people cash, though. They sent me their green slips with my plays. I know a lot of you guys took this in a 2-man because these were the only 2 PrizePicks props I posted yesterday. Also, Chet Holmgren was free. But yeah, these are all my props. People cash. These 4 were leans only. So somebody did a 10x with my lean plays, which are like gut plays, and they cashed pretty easily. Very easily. Smart had like 6 threes. Jaw barely cashed. And then somebody hit a 6x on underdog with my lean plays. So I mean, people still trust the lean plays too in the Discord, so it's not all about the main slate. So a lot of people actually cashed more than 60% because a lot of people tailed the lean plays. But yeah, it wasn't the best day in the Discord, but yeah, it's a new day. The blowout was unexpected, but you guys are probably looking at the thumbnail. You guys are wondering, Ace, why do you have Jordan Poole in the thumbnail? No, we are not taking an over. We're taking an under. We are taking Jordan Poole under 20.5 PA, which this prop is actually 19.5 on every other sports book. Underdog, you see 19.5 right there. DraftKings, if we look at PA, Jordan Poole is at 19.5. So everywhere else, this is 19.5. So this is definitely going to be bumped by game time, probably by the morning. But let's go to Jordan Poole PA. So 20.5 PA, not road logs, just all of his logs. 20.5 PA, and we're gonna look at his last 5 games specifically. And I'm not really a hit rate guy or like a recency bias. Last 5, oh my god, it's all red kind of guy. That's not my thing. But I'm gonna tell you why we're looking at his last 5 games. So in his last 5 games, he's averaging 12 PA per game, which is absolutely awful. 12 PA, that is way below his line. And in these 5 games, he's averaging only 25.5 minutes. And you're wondering, you know, it's the Wizards, you know, they're getting blown out. Of course, he's not going to play. Yes, that is very true. The Wizards get blown out all the time. But actually, in one of those games, he played the Nets, and the Nets actually won, or the Wizards actually won this game. I don't know why. I thought I clicked the Nets game. If we look at that Nets game, the Wizards actually beat the Nets, which is absolutely insane. It was a close game, but Poole still only had 25 minutes. He shot 2 for 6 from the field, had 5 points and 5 assists. So, I mean, even in a close game, he was getting very limited minutes. And if we look at his last game, which was last night, a lot of these teams that play today are coming off back-to-backs. He just played last night. He had 23 minutes. He only had 2 points, guys. He went 0 for 4 from the field. His only points were from free throws. He had the same amount of fouls as field goals attempted, and he had more fouls than points. So his confidence is at an all-time low. Poole, like, his confidence is just shattered on this Wizards team. He's been terrible recently. So that's why I'm looking at his last 5 games. Also, in his last 5 games, his usage has gone very down. If you look at the last 10 games, if we look at Jordan Poole's usage, he had 24% usage, which is pretty good. But if we look at his last 5 games, he's only had a 18% usage. Kuzma's getting more usage, Kispert is, Avdia is, and so is Shamit. but Shamit is out for this game. But yeah, Poole has only had 18% usage in his last 5 games, so his usage is decreasing, his minutes are decreasing, his production is decreasing, everything is at an all-time low for him. And he's playing the Knicks, and I'm going to show you guys the last 7 days. Usually I'll show you guys last 30 days or season for defense versus position, but there's a big reason. I don't know why I keep clicking accidentally on Discord. There's a big reason why I'm only showing you last 7. I'm showing you last 7 only because the Knicks recently just traded for OG Anunoby, who's a very good defender. They traded Emmanuel Quickly for OG Anunoby, Malachi Flynn, and Precious Achua. But OG Anunoby is a great defender. So, and that's shown here as the shooting guards in the last 7 days that have played the Knicks. The Knicks are allowing the 2nd least points per game in the last 7 days, and also allowing the 4th least assists per game in that span. So not only has Poole been going under against, you know, all these different matchups, whether it's a good matchup or not. I know the Hawks is a good matchup, and he still only had 19, which is very close, but under his prop. He's facing a very, very tough matchup here. So even if his minutes, you know, were the same as usual or whatever, still, it's a very, very tough matchup nonetheless. So we're loving that for the under. And his confidence is at an all-time low, and this is going to get bumped. So I'm liking that prop. Another PrizePicks prop for you guys. You guys can pair these two in a 2-man if you guys want. You guys can take one and pair it with another capper's play. If you don't like a play, you know, you don't have to take it. But you know, it's all up to you. If you like the write-ups, you like the reasoning, you agree with me, then go ahead and let's ride. But if you don't, you know, you don't have to. But we're gonna take Tatum over 31.5 PA, and we're gonna specifically look at games where he plays 30+ minutes, because a ton of his games are just blowouts. But this Celtics Pacers game should be very, very competitive. I know we said that yesterday about the Hawks Pacers, but you know, on paper this is a very competitive matchup. If we look at his road game specifically, where he gets 30+ minutes, he's actually over this line in 60% of games in that span with those with that criteria of road games with 30+ minutes, and he's over in his last 3 to 4 games. Also, he played the Pacers earlier this season and had 38 PA in a road game as well. So he's been killing the Pacers over the last, you know, year. I don't really care about last year's stats at all. I don't take that into account, but if some of you do, you know, you do you. But yeah, he's gone over last year and this year, but 38 PA earlier this season versus the Pacers. And if we look at the matchup in the last 30 days against power forwards, Pacers, they're allowing the most points per game to power forwards. Let's look at the season matchup too. Against power forwards, the Pacers are allowing the most points per game to power forwards. So that's been a constant, continuous trend this whole season, and that hasn't changed. And if we look at power forwards with 25+ usage and 30+ minutes, which Tatum gets if it isn't a blowout, there have been 6 power forwards who have done this. Well, technically 3, because 4 of these are Giannis. But all these 6 power forwards have gone over that 31.5 PA line. Even Julius Randle, even Pascal Siakam. Yeah, Giannis is 4 of those, so take that as you will. But even Randle and Pascal, who got that 25+ usage, 30+ minutes game log, have killed the Pacers. And Tatum is better than both of those guys. And Pacers, their best defender, Aaron Nesmith, actually sprained his ankle just last night. Like I said, a lot of these teams are playing on back-to-backs. He just sprained his ankle last night, so he might not play in this game, which would benefit us. But we're not solely relying on him being out for this game, because, as I said before, Tatum played the Pacers earlier this season, had 38 PA, and Nesmith was playing in that game. So I'm not really like, oh my God, if Nesmith plays, you know, we're screwed, we're chalked. But it would be a good addition if Nesmith doesn't play, but we don't exactly need it. But yeah, so those are 2 PrizePicks props I have for you guys, and then next I have 2 Chalkboard props for you guys. Yesterday I said that we were 9-3 on Chalkboard. Now after yesterday's props, we are 11-3 on Chalkboard on YouTube. So remember guys, if you guys aren't on Chalkboard, go ahead, deposit. You get a 100% deposit match up to $100. So you deposit 50, they'll give you 100 total. So if you deposit, sorry, that's bad wording. If you deposit $50, they're gonna give you $50 as well. So you'll have 100. You deposit $10, they're gonna give you $10 as well. So you'll have 20. Use promo code ACE for that 100% deposit match. And if you guys show me proof that you deposited with my code ACE, I give you guys 2 months of premium for free. That offer might not last that long, because prices of the premium might go up in a few weeks. I'll get into that in another day. But yeah, 100% deposit match. Use code ACE. You get 2 months of premium as of right now for free. If you DM me on Discord and show me proof, use my code. A few of you guys from YouTube have already done this, taken advantage. You guys, you could deposit $10 if you want, and you'll get 2 months of premium for free and that 100% deposit match. So it's a really, really good deal. But yeah, let's get into those 2 chalkboard props. So these aren't the best props, I'm not gonna lie. It's a 4-game slate. You're not gonna find the best props ever, and these matchups aren't the best either. So I'm personally going light today on every single prop that I like. But our first our first chalkboard prop is going to be Jalen Brunson over 1.5 threes. So if we look at specifically the last 3 games since Emmanuel Quickley has been traded and the Knicks got OG Anunoby, he's gone over in 2 out of his last 3 games, and he's coming off back-to-back games with 4 3-pointers made. So more specifically too, if we look at Brunson's shooting volume from the 3-point line, it hasn't been the best. If we look in the month of December, he's only averaging 5.5 3-pointers attempted, which is really, really low. But since Quickley has been traded, Brunson, he's getting more minutes also, but since IQ has been traded and they got Anunoby, he's actually averaging 9 3-pointers attempted per game in that span, which is that's a 3.5 discrepancy right there. That's very, very drastic difference. And so we're taking advantage of that. 9 3-pointers attempted in 3 straight games with OG Anunoby in the lineup. So he's getting very, very good volume now, which is absolutely amazing. And if we look at the matchup, just team versus team, the Wizards are allowing the 5th highest 3-point percentage in their last 10 games out of every team in the league, just in general, not versus the position, just as a team. And also in the last 30 days, if you guys want to see specifically point guard matchup, the Wizards are allowing the 8th most 3-pointers per game, 2-point guards in the last 30 days. And Brunson, he's going to get the Tyus Jones matchup. And if we look specifically in the last 5 games for the Wizards, for Tyus Jones, let's see, his above the break 3, he's allowing a 42.3% 3-point percentage against above the break 3s, which is very, very advantageous. That's very high. And in corner 3s, he's allowing a 55.6% 3-point percentage against corner 3s, which is very, very high. Brunson, I specifically look at his shot chart, or I looked at his shot chart since OG Anunoby joined the team and IQ's been traded. He, in those 9 threes per game that he's attempting, 7 of them were from above the break 3s and 2 of them per game were from the corner. So he can probably hit 1 corner 3 and then just hit another from above the break, and this should be an easy cash. So I'm liking that prop a lot. And then our last prop for today is going to be Derek White over 11.5 points on chalkboard. So yesterday, as you guys know, in the video, in our YouTube video, we took DeJounte Murray against the Pacers. And I told you guys, I gave you guys the whole rundown, how Bruce Brown is a cone on defense, how their Pacers are terrible against shooting guards, everything like that. This is the same thing. Derek White is a shooting guard. He's playing the Pacers. Like we know, shooting guards versus Pacers is a very, very, very advantageous matchup. And if you guys missed the video yesterday, I'll tell you guys again. Bruce Brown will be guarding Derek White. Bruce Brown is allowing the highest field goal percentage against restricted area shots, the highest against paint shots, the highest against mid-range shots, and the highest against above the break 3s out of all the Pacers starters. So very advantageous matchup for Derek White here, as Bruce Brown is just an absolute cone. And after yesterday's game, after DeJounte dropped a 30 bomb in a blowout, by the way, 30 bomb in a blowout, Pacers are allowing the most points per game to shooting guards in the last 30 days after that. So that's absolutely amazing. The last time Derek White played the Pacers, he had 18 points in that matchup on December 4th, which was a month ago. And then on November 1st, he had 18 points again. So he's been killing the Pacers this season. And if we look at his logs with 30 plus minutes, because just like Tatum, guys, Celtics are blowing a lot of teams out. So he's in a lot of blowouts, Derek White. But this game should be competitive. And in those games this season where he's getting 30 plus minutes, he's over in 90% of his games, averaging 18.5 points. So you could take this at a higher line if you want. But personally, I'm posting his 11.5 points. But yeah, over in 18 out of 20 games this season when he gets 30 or more minutes. And this game is a 5.5 point spread currently. Let me just make sure that's still true. 5.5 point spread. So this should be a very competitive, close game. And yeah, so those are 4 props for you guys. Pool under 20.5 PA. I'm going to move this over here on my other monitor. So Poole under 20.5 PA, Tatum over 31.5 PA. Both of those are on PrizePicks. Derek White over 11.5 points on Chalkboard, and Brunson over 1.5 threes on Chalkboard. So guys, if you want every single play that I post, you guys are gonna have to join the Discord. Only $15 a month for now. The prices are gonna go up in a few weeks, but right now you can join in for $15 a month or $150 lifetime, like I've said in my past videos. A lot of people have joined the Discord from YouTube and they've immediately bought the lifetime, that $150 one-time purchase. So, you know, you guys do what you want to do, but I would love to have you guys in here. You know, we talk props every single day in the chat. We have watch parties too. I do watch parties of some of the games that we bet on. Like yesterday, I just watch partied the Grizzlies-Lakers game, and that was a super fun game. But yeah, very good community, good plays. We didn't have the best day in the Discord yesterday, but 4-0 sweep on YouTube. So let's keep the momentum up. If you guys are tailing, please leave a like, leave a comment down below what you're tailing. But that's another video for you guys. That's all. Deuces.